Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. Wisdom, quandary. Let's break down those two words. Wisdom, that's knowledge, experience, insight. Quandary, that's when you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what to do. The intended purpose of wisdom quandary is to give you knowledge, insight, and experience from the Bible when you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what to do. Notice I said when and not if, because in today's society, it's so easy to find yourself in a situation where you don't know what to do. Luckily for us, the Bible was written thousands of years ago and has stood the test of time and still has the wisdom to use, and we can apply it in our daily lives. Why is education important? Education, that's knowledge or skill gained from study or practice. There's two different forms of education: earthly education and spiritual education. Both are important. You receive earthly education through reading books, listening to podcasts, going to school, through your own personal experience. That's important because it helps you understand the world around you. And unfortunately, everybody's not being led by God or the Spirit, so we need to know how the world works around us so that we won't be fooled or tricked into doing something that might go against our own self-interest. Spiritual education, you get that through reading the Bible, through praying, through your own personal relationship with God. By doing so, you understand God's wisdom. All wisdom comes from God, so by understanding God, you receive more wisdom, so you understand how the world works around you. And that also helps you stay in alignment for God's purpose for your life. Wisdom versus education. Education is knowledge you receive. So if you go to school and the professor gives you information, that's knowledge you receive. Wisdom is knowing how to apply that knowledge in any specific area in your life. Knowledge can help you, but only wisdom can save your life. Ignorance is bliss. Two quotes. What you don't know won't hurt you. If you're unaware of a worrying fact or situation, you can't be troubled by it, meaning that something could be happening right in front of you. But if you don't have the knowledge or experience or insight of what's going on right in front of you, you won't know what's going on, and it's going to go up your head. Humans are products of our own environments. So there's environments that have a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience in it. All you got to do is live it. And there's environments that have no knowledge, wisdom, or experience around it. If you find yourself in the latter, what I recommend is you seek it out, because it's not coming for you. Unfortunately, in our society, there's a spectrum of information. Fortunately, we do have wisdom from the Bible wherever you find yourself in your walk of life. The Bible verse of the day. It's going to be coming from Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. And I'm reading from the New Living Translation Bible. Just a couple of facts about the chapter before I get started. The author is going to be King Solomon. And King Solomon is known as one of the wisest men to ever walk the face of the earth. The year it was written was between 970 and 930 BC. And that's approximately 924 and 964 years before Jesus was born. The intended audience is young men and women, future leaders, and people striving to live a godly life. And it took place in Israel, in the city of Jerusalem. Right. So Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 through 7 is titled The Purpose of Proverbs. These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insights of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful lives, to help them do what is right, just, and fair. These proverbs will give insight to the simple, knowledge and discernment to the young. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance. By exploring the meaning in these proverbs and parables, the words of the wise and their riddles. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. All right. In conclusion, the wise words are still relevant today. This book was written 970 BC, and The year we're in right now is 2026, and it's still relevant today. Knowledge and wisdom help us grow into the person that God wants us to be. We need God's wisdom to be able to reach God's purpose for our life. And finally, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything happens over and over and over and over again. The wisdom of the Bible is not 100 years old or 500 years old. It's thousands of years old. So it's up to us to be able to apply that knowledge that has stood the test of time in our lives to be able to have a successful and purposeful life. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. I look forward to the next Bible study. Have a great rest of the day.